off the bunch, and see the cube will travel around that the Reds don't usually split. Hard to see how he could have played that last shot any better than he did.
He
won't like that one in particular, though, because he has awkward cueing now, and it'd be nice to think he could reach it without the spider, but I tell you that shot means that his next one is more difficult than it should be. It's more getting the cue ball out of there and playing it with a bit more pace, which means, of course, you can miss those pots. To make sure he didn't touch a ball with his cue, of course, which he didn't.
And he also didn't pull a muscle, which is always dangerous as well, playing it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations. I think as you get older, you could probably get yourself into that position to play that shot, but you might be able to get yourself off the table afterwards very easily.
Well, he's got them kind of where he wants them now. He's got everything in the open, so it's up to Mark Selby to just keep some control here and, for the first time, move 2 frames in front.
$34. 35. 42. 43.
Yes, he's certainly getting the upper hand now. I noticed actually, Pang, at the end of that previous frame, he looked quite tired. He has played long matches. It's more, I think, mental fatigue sometimes. It's not going to get any easier. 2-6-5s and then coming up in the best of 11 against Mark Selby, who, you know, he has to be scraped
50.
off the table. So I think when it was 4-3,
51.
Pang looked a little bit as if he his concentration had to be sort of cranked up a little bit. Made a few mistakes since then. Selby just does what he does. Nothing much changes there.
58. 59. 66.
Well, the highest break of the tournament so far is his good friend Barry Hawkins, 141. It is worth 10,000.
67.
Whoever makes it. Pause for frame ball.
And,
it could have theoretically tied the break there, but not now. Main thing is he's wrestled free of Pang Zhengzhou, which has been difficult today. We had 16 centuries in the first 3 days, and Zhou Yuyong had one today,
80.
so 17 so far.
Yeah, just freeing the pink and the red, whether that was intentional, not too sure actually, but I think that the tables are conducive to good scoring. The pockets are not small, but in some ways that can make the build-up to your chance even more significant, you know, the tactical side of it, because you can't pot them all the time, so safety is even more crucial, I think. That's surely not going to go in.
Mark Selby, 81. Don't concede.
Fine 81 though from Selby. In what's been quite a tough encounter, he's suddenly a big favourite. He needs one more for victory, leading 5-3.
Inspired by its beauty, defined by its character, we feel one with its power. Slovenia, it's all in our nature.
Walker's snacks. They're just too good to share. Walker's snacks. Where do you hide yours?
What's it like having Sky TV? Well, it's great. Feels like when the train doors stop, but at that exact place where you're standing, then you actually get a seat. And it's one of these. Then the train gets diverted, but to Mallorca. And then you hear this music from this bonkers dance floor. And then that song comes on, but it's sung by an actual chameleon. But anyhow, Sky TV feels like all of that. But telly. Sky. Believe in better.
So Pang Zhengzhou up against it here. 5-3 down, Mark Selby. A frame from
Frame 9. Pang Junxu.
a meeting
straight.
with his good pal Sean Murphy in the semi-finals here in Shanghai. Cue ball raced in behind the green, but it's a big target. It's a pack of reds. Remember, in 2 hours now, we'll be watching Ronnie O'Sullivan and Ding Junhui, and also Judd Trump and Si Jiaowei. It's going to be a big, big night of snooker here in Shanghai.
Catching ball.
Well, he just about got there and didn't hit the pink, although it kind of seemed like it was on his way at one point. Yes, and in the early stage of this match, no doubt that Pang Junsu was, if anything, getting the advantage from the safety battle, which is not something many players could do against Mark Selby. But as the match has gone on, Selby has worn away at him a little bit. And Pang might have to try and be a little bit more enterprising. A couple of times he, in that frame to go 4-3 down, he slowed the game down. He got a chance. And he was out of rhythm by then, which can happen. I think sometimes he brings it on himself a little bit. It happened against Mark Allen, despite him winning. He's a very good match player, Pang, but he doesn't necessarily impose himself on the match like some younger players might. Still in there. I don't know if a red goes to the right middle at the bottom of the bunch, whether you can see enough of it. He's come round to have a look. He would be doing damage, I think, if he was to play it and miss it. Now, he already knocked in a wonderful plant up into the yellow pocket in an early frame, which he made a big break from. This, whether it goes or not, he's not quite as in line because there's a gap between the reds, and he's not directly behind the first red. So it makes you think that it's more difficult, but it is a similar sort of shot to the one he potted earlier. Shake of the head, he doesn't really like it. Well, same result as the one earlier. He took a long time overseeing it and then rifled it straight in. But now, positionally, got to get from colour to red here. Pink, probably. If he goes up and down on the pink, he's got to avoid the yellow on the way there and the way back. I think it was on his mind that he had to get by the yellow, which he managed to do, but then no good if you miss the pot. Selby with an early in. Well, I think if he was to go on and win this frame here and win 6-3, the result would look a little more convincing than it has been. It's been a hard-fought battle, this. I expected nothing less. Has he gone far enough when the black respots? I think so.
8. 9.
Well, the bottom line is Selby now has his chance to get the match won, set up that semi-final with Shaun Murphy.
Forty. 15.
Yeah, that main bunch of reds are very tightly packed together at this stage. I don't think he can do anything about it just yet. I think he'd be happier to just pick off the balls that are available and get himself a few in front. It might be that from the blue
22.
into those tightly grouped reds would be the best way.
$23. $27. $28.
Even here, he's a little bit on the straight side to go into them.
$35.
Well, he's left himself slightly hampered.
$36.
He just limited the pace he could get on the cue ball there with accuracy to finish at the right end of being on the blue. Now he's, having not gone into the bunch already, he's got it's a more difficult task to get them open, quite frankly, at this break. He's going the long route round for the red. But this table is so quick that it's hard to judge that shot.
41.
I wouldn't know for sure whether he played on the red into that right corner, given that the red is so far over to happened.
$42.
Well, that is perfect. You could not put it any better with your hand as to get from black into those tightly bunched reds. So this is a shot will tell you if the match is on the brink of being over. Well, he's got to save you that red up the table.
49.
Yeah, he's made his move, hasn't he, from 3-3. And he's been positive today, Selby. He's attacked. He's made several sizable breaks.
50.
It's true that the circuit, particularly late on in the season, it can turn into a bit of a grind, one tournament after another, which is what the players want, obviously. But if you're not getting the results, you can understand why he was downbeat towards the end of the campaign. Obviously, the Crucible ended in a first-round defeat. But he's had a nice break. He loves snooker through and through, we know that. It's been his whole life. And you always get the sense that he can come good at any time. Certainly in these big tournaments. He's won 7 ranking events in China, after all, including the Shanghai Masters when it was a ranking tournament.
Well, I think The crucible can bring out the best and the worst in every player. I mean,
55.
I bet you there's a number of players who have driven away from the crucible after a disappointing result and said, right, that's me, I'm done. I can think of a few. And then, of course, you have a little bit of time. Get to realise that you've got the Shanghai Masters coming up after a long break, and all of a sudden your vigour for the game is renewed. Well, there's no feeling quite like winning, and he is on the brink of it. However, this next shot is not simple.
Yeah, he needs one more good shot, really.
You're looking at the black, but you feel that the blue is a better shot, even though that the natural path from potting the blue is into the green, if you're not careful here. He's managed to avoid it. Now he needs the cue ball to hold up on this quick table. If it bounces, well, he'll be on the red to the left middle anyway.
61.
Yeah, so this red and Pang will need a snooker. And in the end, Mark Selby has made 6 half-centuries. So it's been, scoring-wise, a very strong performance. His safety was good, as you'd expect. Pang certainly posed a lot of problems early on, but the second half of the match, or certainly from 3-3 anyway, Mark Selby has pulled away.
He's played pretty well, hasn't he? I think he'll know that he can play better. He has missed a few, but no one's going to.
67.
Very few occasions you're going to go through a whole match without any mistakes being made. But in the main, I think he'd have to be impressed. He's been attacking enough when he wants to be. So I think the blend he's got just about right today.
Well, 19 frames of Mark Selby, Sean Murphy will be something to look forward to, and that'll be the semi-final in this half of the draw.
75.
Mentioned right at the start, 2 boyhood friends. They grew up together playing on the junior circuit, playing at Willie Thorne's in Leicester, in all those junior events, learning their way. Here they are, all these decades on, still at the top of the game, contending for another big title this weekend. Pang Zhengzhou has come through 2 deciders against Gary Wilson and Mark Allen, but just been outfoxed at the end of this match
83.
by one of the absolute masters of our sport. Of course, Pang did lead 3-2, so he's lost the last 4 frames. Can Selby in with a century now? Every chance.
$90. 91. 98.
The yellow for the ton. Yeah, fine way to bring the curtain down on this match.
Indeed, he saved the best to last, hasn't he? He's threatened to make bigger breaks.
103.
I think it's nice to, the memory of a match would be to finish with a century. His all-round game looks in reasonably good shape early season.
It's good to see Mark Selby here. He enhances any event.
112.
And it will be a fascinating semi-final with Sean Murphy, who's playing great stuff himself. So how about this black then? Where's it heading? Not in a pocket, but who cares? He made breaks of 83, 80, 75, 60, 81. And the closing 118. Mark Selby advances to the semi-finals here in Shanghai. He'll take on Shaun Murphy. He's won 6-3. Yeah, fine finish, not just the win, but the way he closed it out. He won the last 4 frames, and as I say, all those breaks as well. I think he'll be very happy overall. So that's to confirm the top half of the draw, of course. These are the matches we're watching later and looking forward to. Ronnie O'Sullivan against Ding Junhui was always the standout tie today. Judd Trump against Si Jiahui as well. But that's to confirm in the bottom half. Murphy 6-2 over Zhou Yulong, and of course Selby 6-3 over Pang Zhengzhu. So all 4 matches today, England v China. So far England prevailed in the first 2. Now we've got a big session, of course, to come. The night session in Shanghai. It's going to be packed, it's going to be lively, it's going to be good, bottom line, because it's Ronnie O'Sullivan against Ding Junhui. 1:30 CET, 12:30 in the UK. Philip Studd and Stephen Hallworth will be along to enjoy that. And on Discovery Plus, you can watch another terrific match, Judd Trump against Si Jiahui. But O'Sullivan-Ding, they're meeting for the first time in China in 15 years. Promises to be some match. Do join us later for that. But for now, on quarterfinals day in Shanghai, it's goodbye.
Bonjour à tous, nous sommes à quelques secondes du départ du marathon des Jeux Olympiques.
The Olympic Games Paris 2024, live on Eurosport with every moment on Discovery Plus.
This was presented to you by Bridgestone, worldwide Olympic partner.
EE's big summer savers are here. Surf super fast with our most reliable full fiber broadband for only $29.99 a month. So you can work from home and book that summer getaway. It's powered by BT with nothing to pay up front to. No wonder broadband switchers choose EE. Hurry, offer ends Thursday.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
When you see the Ryobi cordless pole hedge trimmer next to a conventional hedge trimmer, it's a hedge of two halves. The cordless Ryobi trimmer gets to work in seconds, with no petrol emissions or tangles. The 45cm diamond ground blade slices through branches up to 18mm thick. With a 4-position articulating head and an extension pole giving 2.9 metres extra reach, there's no need to set foot on a ladder. So next time the hedge needs trimming, ask yourself what side of the hedge you'd rather be on. Buy the Ryobi pole hedge trimmer with a 1+ battery, charger, 3-year warranty and free delivery now for just £149.99, saving £80. Plus free safety glasses worth $13.99 at ryobitools.co.uk.
Sometimes running a business can feel like running a marathon in a desert, through quicksand. But Xero accounting software can help keep your business finances running smoothly. Soon that marathon will feel more like a fun run with a jetpack. Search Xero with an X, because healthy business is beautiful business.
Vitality rewards you for getting active, with up to 2 months cashback on your premiums. Get in! Move forward with Vitality.